everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing the final review in my Disney Princess Designer Doll Collection videos, and the final doll in this set is Rapunzel. So Rapunzel is from the movie Tangled, and at this time in 2011, Tangled was the latest Disney princess movie being released in 2010, and Rapunzel was the latest new hit. And of course Frozen hadn't came along, so of course, you know, as the newest princess, she was just so new and shiny and everyone was talking about it. So Rapunzel in this set is based on her purple outfit very loosely that she wears while she's locked in the tower and while she wears it for the whole film basically. Her dress is a light purple collar, and her collar here is a purplish pink collar, and it has the little emblems there. It says Designer Fashion Doll. Up here it says Disney Princess Designer Collection. And of course it says Rapunzel in that same color. So of course her hair is very long, being Rapunzel. That's what sets her apart from the other princesses. But they have an interesting style here. Stephen Thompson did a like a braid around the top of her head. That's kind of like a crown. And one flowy lock here to the side. And then down below we have blonde hair that reaches the floor and then some. There's no sleeves here. It's more just like a corset, which Rapunzel's purple dress does have a corset on it. It's purple, it has a ribbon that ties it together. But here it's more based on like fashion, and it's very bedazzled, it has gems and jewels on it, and so that's why I'm saying it's very loosely based. Then the rest of the gown is floor length, that same pink purple color. In her hand she has a mirror. I've always wondered why she had a mirror. You know, Rapunzel never really looks at mirrors except for whenever you count the scene where she realizes she is the lost princess and she's looking at herself in the mirror with a crown. But I thought it would be more appropriate for her to have a hairbrush. But nevertheless, she has a mirror. And looks like he illustrated her reflection in the mirror. Down at the bottom, it has that beautiful gold pattern, and you'll see it more clearly here in just a second. It says Rapunzel. On the back of her box, it uses the same pink collar here and talks about the collection. And then here are his ideas that he had for design. Of course, it talks about her long flowing hair. And then it says here that this ruffle is called a ruffled crumb catcher. I'm not sure where that comes from. But I see that like the ruffle that comes out will catch the crumbs, you know, if she's eating something. The corset, of course, and it talks about the shininess and the rhinestones. And then it doesn't say much about the mirror, but just says that it's there in the design. Here's all that product information, and hers still has her price tag on her. Whenever she came out, she was $59.50. Now here is Miss Rapunzel without her slipcover. And like I said for my Tiana review, it had been a minute since I had moved that I had really seen this doll out from her slipcover, and it really brings back memories for me getting this doll because I feel like I haven't seen her in forever. So here I am rediscovering her again with you guys. So just at first glance, you can see that there's some variations between the doll and the final artwork. Mostly with the hair, I would say. That happens a lot with these dolls. Their hairstyles just aren't able to be accomplished on the doll. And then we'll see that the dress is basically right from the artwork. But first, let's just take a look at Rapunzel's face. So she has purple eyeshadow that's very shiny. She's looking very romantic and content, like she's posing or looking at something. She has freckles on her face. Rapunzel does have freckles in the movie. She has brown eyebrows, and she has a light pink lip. Of course, her eyes are green. You see her beautiful green eyes in the Tangled movie. So she does have the braid around the top of her head like in the artwork, and her hair does go all the way down to the bottom of the box, and of course it's held in there with threads and little bands to keep all of that hair just right. So on the side of her head she does have that extra kind of lock that sort of flows down. See here in the artwork, but it really doesn't look exactly like that, and I really would have liked if they tried to emulate that a little more. But nevertheless, Rapunzel has a lot of hair here, just as we would expect her to. So she is holding that mirror, and it's a very beautifully designed mirror. It has a lot of floral embellishments on it. It actually has a reflective piece on it there. So she is holding the mirror, and she's not holding it really directly at herself, but more so just for the viewer. But I am interested, you know, why she shouldn't have a hairbrush to brush her hair, and why this is a mirror. Maybe she's just admiring her new makeup or her dress. So the gown here is very similar to the artwork. It has that corset, the ruffles, the crumb catcher, and of course the skirt. So the crumb catcher and the ruffle at the waist are all the same fabric, and it's like a ruffled fabric. And I see maybe now what they mean by crumb catcher, because there's like a piece underneath, and then this is just over top of that. So like, I guess technically it would catch all of your crumbs if she was eating like a biscuit or something. So, but I don't know. I think that this is just a very loose designer take on her dress that has the purple corset. So the corset is very pretty. It's purple and it has beautiful gems on it. And the actual corset is held together by a very pretty ribbon that is pinned to her dress. So it stays in there forever, perfectly the way it is. And at the bottom, there's two little see-through gems that just make it extra pretty. Other than that, it's the same light purple pink fabric, and it's really pretty. You can tell, just like with the others, that it's a very high quality fabric, and it just looks perfect. And of course it's pinned down, so it will never move from its place, but it's just truly, truly stunning. And of course, I was going to show you this. This is how they write her name on this in this beautiful font that matches all the other dolls. Here's the back of her box, and it just has a redoing of that same beautiful artwork by Steve Thompson. It says Disney Princess Designer Collection. I'm going to go down and look at her certificate. So this Rapunzel doll is number 4247 of 6,000. So they made a little less of Rapunzel than some of the other main princesses, like Belle and Cinderella and Ariel. And whenever I bought this Rapunzel doll, I didn't have any issues with shipping. I know that I told the horror stories that I had with a few others. That didn't happen with her. From what I remember, it was a very smooth, easy process. And I want to say about $200 for her a couple years ago. Alrighty everyone, so that's all I have to show you here of the Rapunzel Disney Princess Designer Doll. So that concludes this series. So I'm going to move on to my next series, which is going to focus on villains. So I'm excited to start that. But let me know what your favorite was in this line, or is Rapunzel your favorite in the line? So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. As always, have a magical day. See you guys next time. Bye.